Well, good morning, and happy Wednesday morning. It's a bit bleaky outside. Well, welcome. Just give me a minute here. Let me get set up over on TikTok. So I hope everyone is doing wonderful. Oh no, that's no good. Oh, I need somebody to type for me. Breaking free from. All right. Well. Good morning, Miss Mona. Good morning, everyone. We've been having a bit of difficulties, challenges with our StreamYard this morning, but we get it partially sorted out. So we are going to do our best with what we have here this morning. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, LinkedIn. Welcome, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and of course, TikTok. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. If you are here, whichever platform you're on this morning, grant us a favor by sharing the live and inviting some people. You know, sharing is caring. We never know what somebody else needs until we share it with them, because we are living in a time when people are really suppressing what they are going through. Who knows that every one of us is going through something, but not everyone is bold enough to talk about it for different reasons. So that's partially what we're going to talk about this morning. So again, welcome. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a coach educator. I am a speaker. I am a trainer, a facilitator, and many more things. We're going to be talking about labeling this morning. So again, go ahead and invite your communities, because I'm sure what I will be sharing this morning, it's not so much for you as it is for me. But my sole intention is that you will gain something from what I am about to share. Now, you have the opportunity to purchase my book, Conversation on Success. The book is $19.95 plus shipping and handling. You can pay by Cash App. Cash App is in my profile. And when you pay, kindly add your mailing address and your full name. We're in the comment section of the Cash App, so that when I autograph your book, I will be able. Oh, this is why I'm not seeing. Is the lighting okay? Because my ring light is not on. Is the lighting okay? All right, let me put it down. Maybe she's not hearing me. Oh, okay. She says yes. All right. Thank you. I lost my trend of thought. Okay. I was saying put your information there so that when I autograph your book, I have the information on where to mail your book to. All right? So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, I am inviting folks to reach out by text. Text me your telephone number and your email address. And hey Brandon, how are you? And I will reach out to you. You can get 5 or 10 minutes to talk with me. However, you can also book a 30 minutes breakthrough session. And when we connect on the phone, I will tell you what the investment is for that. And then we can set up the call. All right? I think maybe next week. I'm still in the process of working out the details. I will be running the broadcast a little differently. I am just telling you so you can be on the watch out for how we are going to be doing things. I'm not going to give you details because I do not have all the details yet finalized. But I just want you to know that you can reach out to me to get more detailed information about the work I do and how. Thank you for the follow. And how I can be of service to you or your loved ones. All right? Because most people, I think, just come on here and they think I'm just here as a creator. No. I am a coach among other things. So when we get into that conversation, I will discuss that with you. Now, this morning, we are going to be talking about a topic: breaking free, how labeling and titles can hinder our soul purpose progress. And as we progress in this conversation this morning, you are going to learn more about how this topic came about and why I took it to Spirit in the meditation. Thank you for the follow. To make sure that it was an appropriate topic to bring to you guys. All right? So, the purpose of this podcast or live stream, whatever label you want to give it, is to always provide for you simple information that you can apply to your lives to help you understand more about how to tap into your soul purpose. So it's for learning. It is not for entertainment. It's not for humor. It is for learning. That's what we do here. We provide learning. And that's why I said I am a coach educator. There are other things that you get here, but the main emphasis is about learning. Now, the title that we are talking about this morning breaking free, how labels and titles can hinder the progress of our soul purpose. As you hear the topic, I'm sure you're probably thinking, that doesn't apply to me. And others are probably saying, that is me every day, 365 years, 365 days per year. That is me. Why? Because some people will readily identify with what they're hearing, while others are so vague they have no idea about what is going on. So my intention this morning is that after we are through with this episode this morning, you will no longer find yourself trapped like I am trapped or was trapped. All right? Now let's talk about the power of labels. The power of labels. What are labels? Labels are those descriptions or titles that are affixed to individuals' lives. Those of us who grew up in churches or have been active part of any religious gathering, we can recall all of the different labels there. You can't address somebody without a label, because they oftentimes get very offended because you call them their government name. Some of the labels over there are elders, deacon, bishops, and you know the drill. You know all of the different labels. Other labels are what individuals get because of their professions and letters or designations that assigned to them after they go through training and are graduated, like nurses, doctors, and in doctors you have dentists, you have chiropractors, you have surgeons, you have medical doctors, and the list goes on. For example, in teaching, you have the teacher, you have the math teacher, you have the principal, you have the assistant principal, you have the gym teacher, and all of those labels and titles, I'm sure we can all agree by saying those were accurately assigned. Because what? We want to separate the gym teacher from the science teacher, from the math teacher, and the list goes on. Why are labels appropriate in schools or academic institutions? Because they accurately identify each individual for their area of expertise. I want you to mark something though. Each of those teachers they are always identified by their names. Nobody ever say, "Good morning, math teacher." They would say, "Good morning, Mrs. Brown or Mr. Smith," right? So for teachers and educators, the labels does not get in their way. However, in religious organizations, labels always gets in the way. And those people who are rebels, like I tend to be a rebel, always get in trouble for calling somebody Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so. Oh, it's Deacon so-and-so or Mother so-and-so. Oh, that's the title. All right, so I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. I'm just laying out a path for you to understand. All of the labels, with the exception of the ones from the educational institutions, are societal or organizational assignment or designation. Are you with me? Many of those are meant to keep us suppressed and manipulated. Many of those labels have other individuals in those communities feel very inadequate. Why do they feel inadequate? Because they do not have any of those assigned labels or titles. They feel they are not good enough. And because of that, they oftentimes suppress who they really are called to be. And many of them died without their true gifts and talent. And as a matter of fact, their sole purpose is never birth. So I hope what I'm saying is making sense to you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, share it with somebody else, because I am sure it will resonate with them. Now, let's talk about titles and identity. What's the true purpose of a title and identity? It is to explore what we do as an individual. For example, I mentioned all of the different areas in the school, like the science teacher, all of that. Type it again. I didn't read. I can't see what you read. I don't see what you type. Please type that again. Please type it again. Yeah, it's okay. You it's all right. You know how the spirit rolls. Don't. It's okay. Don't bend out of shape. When we get back, we get back. All right. Yes. Go ahead, guys. If you are just joining, we are talking about breaking free, how labels and titles hinder your soul purpose, our soul purpose. And if you are just joining, don't forget you have opportunity to buy my book. The book costs $19.95. You get an autograph copy. You can pay by Cash App, and you get it autographed. When you pay by Cash App, please include your name, and I'll make sure to autograph it and send it out to you. As we go through our lives, we oftentimes encounter different roadblocks because of titles and labels. And I got some sort of a rude awakening late last week and early this week from 3 different individuals. 3 different individuals. Those of you who have been part of my community for a long time, you knew that I told you over and over again. If you are new, you probably have not heard it. You have heard me shared with you that I ran from my purpose and calling for 62 years. 62 years is not any period of time to turn your nose up about. So my first spiritual experience was at the age of 12 years old. 12 years old. If you are from the Caribbean, specifically Jamaica, you know about something that they call Pocomania meetings. It's like individuals, they wear like the white wrap around their heads. Like it's not a sew turban. It's a white piece of material that's used to wrap to cover the head. And the music is made from goat skin drum. And the people in the different areas, they go from district to district, and they keep what is known as meeting. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, let me know. It's called Pocomania meeting. That's what we call it in Jamaica. And I think it has something to do with our African heritage. I don't know if they used to do this in America, Mona. If they used to do it, you can type and let me know. I don't know. But that was my first experience as a 12-year-old girl. And let me tell you what happened. I was at that meeting, singing and clapping my hand and enjoying the music and the meeting. And I don't know how long after that, I realized that they were picking me up off the ground. The ground, not the floor, the earth, because it was a open air meeting. And that's what in religion is known as slain in the spirit. So if you go to churches that experience that, now I think I probably catch you up to where I am. I can only speak about Jamaican culture. I don't know about any other culture. So when I came to myself, I asked my mother, what happened? And she said, I was out. I was lying on the ground. And that was my first time realizing that I was receiving downloads. At that time, I didn't know anything about download, but I know I was asking my mother what had happened, why I was on the ground. And my mom was telling me, but there was something else that was talking to me inside. And that something that was talking to me inside was telling me something about all the other people that was there at the meeting. I did not explain to my mother what was going on, because as a 12-year-old girl, I didn't know what to say. I had no idea what was going on. However, I would go back to my regular Sunday service at the Moravian Church at Carmel. I was on the junior choir. I was in the Upward and Onward organization, which is something like the Girl Scout. They had Boy Scout, but the girls, U&O, Upward and Onward, it was called in the Moravian organization. But even in church, I realized that something else was happening to me that was not happening to the other people. But because I was the only one that was happening to, I don't know, I can only say it, I was the only one. I did not tell anybody. For 62 years, I hid it. I didn't talk about it. Some people who were also intuitively inclined, they picked it up without me saying anything to them. You know how they say birds of a feather flock together? Some people realized it, they felt it, they knew it. They would ask me in private, and I would admit it, and I would say yes. But boldly and unapologetically, I never voiced it. It took me ending up in the hospital with a stroke to say yes. And Last Saturday, Sunday, and this Monday, 3 people from different parts of the world said to me, the first person is from right there on TikTok. That's where I met her. She came on the phone and she asked me a question. She said to me, "What's your title?" And I replied to her, "My title is right in my bio." And she said, "No, what's your title?" And I said, "It's right there in the bio." And the Spirit said to me, "You know that's not what she's asking you." But I didn't say anything to her. I left it at that. And she said to me, "Miss Daphne," she said, "you know when you come to our live and you come in the box and you speak, you know that your voice is healing people. And you need to do more of that. You need to do more of speaking and using your voice to heal people because you're holding back." And she said, "You need to do that." And she says, "You need to do that." I did not say yes. I didn't say no. I said, "I'll get back to you." Then I went into somebody's live stream who is in Australia. And I greeted the lady. The truth is, I did not remember who she was. But when I greeted her to show respect, when I entered her live, she greeted me by my name. And I said to her, "Do you know me?" She said, "Yes. I met you over a year ago. It's okay if you do not remember me." And she said, "I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? I remember you were sick. How you doing?" And I began typing and she began saying to the people, she's a powerful seer. Her voice heals. That's what she does. When she comes to my live, when she used to come, that's what used to happen for my people. Miss Daphne, you need to continue doing that because you have no idea how many people your voice has healed. And I'm thinking, what's wrong? Why 2 people in different parts of the world is saying the same thing to me? Then on Monday, right back in America, I was talking to a woman in Virginia. And she outright asked me, she said, "I have a question for you. Why are you refusing to say that you're a prophet?" And I said to her, "I don't know." And she said, "Yes, you do know." And then she said to me afterwards, "Oh, because you're thinking those are just labels." And when she said that, I got goosebumps. And that's why I took this topic in meditation to the Spirit. I said, how can I use this, what the 3 people asked me, to teach to the people. How can I do that? And this is how this topic came about. Because I knew those people were universally directed to ask me the question. Because I know I am on purpose. I know I claim my sole purpose. But let the truth be known, I have been holding back. I have been holding back. Even right this morning, you heard me say something to my team member. And that was part of what? Because what we had previously discussed is not what she's hearing. And she's probably asking herself, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm here to tell you this morning, or whenever it is that you are listening to this, do not allow labels to hold you back, whether you accept them or whether they are affixed to you. Do not allow the labels and the titles to stand in your way. The lady on Monday asked me, what happened to you the last church you were at? I asked her, what do you mean? She said, you know what I mean. And I explained to her what happened. I explained to her what happened. And give me a second here. Ooh. Okay. I explained with her what happened. And she said, yes, God want me to tell you that the reason that happened is because they realized that you was going to be exposing what was happening. And that's why what happened happened. That's why what happened happened. So, regardless of where you are, regardless of the labels that are fixed to you, regardless of the titles that you have, there are some responsibility and there are some roles that you will be called to perform that won't have no title. But when you know in your hearts of hearts that you are called to do it without suppressing yourself. I want to encourage you. Subscribe to my YouTube. Go to Linktree/Dynamic Daphne and subscribe, because for the past 2 or 3 weeks, every day that we have come live, the Spirit had me teaching about soul purpose. Little did I know I was walking into my own exposure, being exposed for not fully delving into all of who I'm called to be. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Now, let's talk about overcoming some of the labels that are affixed to us. Overcoming some of the labels that are affixed to us. You know, I don't know where I heard this phrase on. Learn to call a spade a spade. Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. Learn to call a spade a spade. So, one of the things I pride myself in is to call things out unapologetically. Call things out unapologetically. So I'm going to encourage you to become more observant. I want you to get yourself a journal. And I want you to affix all of the labels. I need you to document all of the labels that been affixed to you. And I want you, after you document them, I want you to go in there, look at them, try and organize them, and ask yourself, which one resonates with my spirit? And if there are any labels that are negative labels, I want you to adopt the mindset of, I'm going to work on this particular label and I'm going to see the lesson in it, because there is a lesson here for me. Do not allow the labels to hold you in prison. You might end up like me. You probably wake up one Sunday and all of a sudden it is the regular time you used to get dressed to go to church, and something tell you to just lay down. Watch this service on your computer. Don't go to house today. Because that's what happened to me when I stopped going to church. I woke up, took my shower to get dressed and to go to church. I used to live 15 minutes from the church, and the Spirit said to me, not today. Just go back, watch the service on the computer. And I started getting calls. What happened? You weren't at church today. Are you sick? No. But why? Why weren't you at church? I don't know. I just did not feel like coming. And that was the truth. I just did not feel like coming. And since that day, I forgot the exact date. I have not returned to traditional churches. Somebody asked me yesterday, are you a Christian? I say, yes, I'm a Christian believer. I'm just not religious. And the lady said, oh, me too. So I said, well, listen, the universe bring birds of a feather to flock together. So take inventory of the labels that has been affixed to you. Prioritize them and see which one you understand, which one fits you, and listen, 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 listen. Listen to your gut, what your gut is telling you. Listen to what your gut is telling you, because revelation is there. You don't have to call somebody to tell them to pray for you because this is what you're going through. You got to learn to pray for yourself, because a lot of times you're reaching out to people to ask them to pray for you, and they're praying against you. So you all need to stop. Listen to your gut. Follow your sense of discernment. Follow your sense of discernment. Embracing our personal growth and self-discovery will also help us to configure all of the labelings that come up. Because we're going to say, well, oh, this one is empowering, this one is really depleting who I am, and all of that. Soul purpose takes work. Soul purpose takes work. And I'm here to tell you, once we start doing the work, all hell begins to break loose. All hell begins to break loose. A lot of confusion start. All because you say, yes, I'm going to do what I'm called to do. Thank you for the likes. So, I will probably be redirected on another day to do the original broadcast that was planned. But for right now, we're going with what the Spirit is giving, because that's what is needed. I see Afrocentric over there on TikTok, and I think her story, based on what I remember her sharing with me, is something similar. Afrocentric, if it is indeed true, jot it in the box so I know. Because I'm wondering why the Spirit switched things around. It had to be for somebody who needs to hear this. Oh, she said, yes, you know. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for acknowledging that. Shedding labels will not be easy. However, we have to shed them when we realize that shredding is needed. How are we going to shred labels? We can do it through meditation. We can do it through journaling. We can do it by getting in association with like-minded people. Talk to somebody else who will understand you. Talk to somebody else who is not going to judge you. Talk with somebody else who is not going to say, oh, you're crazy. Somebody better put you in the mental institution. Because you know there are times when you become enlightened and people are looking to commit you to mental institutions because they think that you're crazy. If you can relate to what I'm saying, let me know. You're not crazy. You just got to keep looking, keep searching. You are going to find somebody else who is like you. And let me tell you something. There are times when you don't even have to search. When you believe, it's like you just come in contact with each other. Come in contact with each other and you're thinking, where on earth did this person come from? I was told I need to see a psychologist. Wow. That's the other lady over on TikTok. She was told she need to see a psychologist. Yes. But you know what? You're going to go to that psychologist and you're going to speak in his or her life. And if the career they are in has them out of purpose, you are going to awake them. But they are not going to be committing you to a mental institution because you are not mental. Who are you called to be? Don't allow the labeling to stop you. And listen to your heart, because your heart is going to let you know which one of the labels is right for you. All right? Now I want to give an opportunity if anybody want to be coached, hot seat coaching. Anyone have any question? Afrocentric, you want to you have any question you want to ask and to be coached through it? Anybody? Anyone has any question? Type it, please. Or if you have 1,000 people, Afrocentric, why don't you hop in the box real quick? You could share your experience live if we don't have anybody to coach. We just have what? We have a few minutes. Hop in the box real quick. Do I need to send you an invite? Or are you at work? All right. Okay, she's coming up. You're going to have to speak loudly because, yes, you're going to have to speak loudly. Put your camera on so I can have it going over. Thank you. Greetings, Queen. You're going to say it loudly. Mona, let me know if you can hear her over there. Hey, Queen, how are you?
I'm fine, Queen. I'm fine.
All right. Can you hear her, Mona? Go ahead and share your story about when, hey, Isaac, when they said to you that you have to go to the psychologist.
I was given my perspective as far as, beliefs.
Yes.
And I said that I could identify with everything. I feel everything makes sense to me. Like I don't see any separation in any type of beliefs.
Yes.
And I was told you have to have some type of foundation. I said, well, everything is my foundation. And then I was told that that's not be. That sounds like it's all over the place. That sounds, like you need to talk to somebody. And I said, well, it makes perfect sense to me. I'm at the most peace I've ever been.
Yes.
Because I'm living a non-resistance life.
That's
like
right.
I'm not resisting anything. Like things that come, I'm not judging. I'm trying to see where the lesson is in this experience. Like life is not happening to me; it's happening through me and for me. Right? And so I came into this realization that this is a walk that you walk by yourself. You can't. But again, Miss Daphne, the first time that I listened to you, the very first day you spoke directly to me, and you always been speaking directly to me.
Wow.
And the first day that I came on your live, the first day that I met you, you said your thing was, you are enough.
Yes.
That's the part of the journey that I entered in your life when you were talking about you are enough.
Yes.
And that day, that is what I needed to hear. And it propelled me. It shifted me. It shifted me. It shifted.
Yes.
So I'm now still working, even being live talking now. Just you're talking from somebody that just came out from under a rock.
Yes.
Didn't even have social media. Don't do social media. Didn't even never got involved. So I am so outside of my comfort zone. But you that day telling me that I was enough was something that I needed to hear to propel me to where I am right now. And I continue to move forward. I continue, and every time you speak, you're speaking to me.
Yeah, because
I thank you.
My colleague typed a message to me saying, yeah, that's not what she have. And I say, the spirit work. I said the spirit had to turn it this way for a reason. And then I glanced over there on TikTok and saw you show up. And the spirit said, yeah, because she still need affirmation on what she's doing. And this message is for her. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you. And you're not alone. You're not alone. And just know that you don't have to do it all by yourself. I did not do it by myself. I'm still not doing it by myself. Because I have to reach out and connect with people who have done it and are still doing it. Because there are times when you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. You're hearing, but you want to say, yes, I'm doing this. It's like doing the essay and turn it in for grading. And that's what your coach, your mentor, and your accountability partners do for you. They grade your paper after you write the paper. So, again, I want to encourage everybody. Anybody have any question for her before we end the live? Make sure you order my book, 1995, $6 postage and handling. You get an autographed copy. When you pay by Cash App, my Cash App is in my bio. Cash App is $ Daphne Clarke-Hudson. Also reach out. I'm open for business. I'm offering breakthrough session so you can connect with me and find out what it is you need, what pain point you have that I can help you through. You don't have to do this by yourself. All right, anybody have any question? I'm looking over here. No questions over here. You have any questions for her, Mona? You can type it in the box quick. You have anything you like to say? We have a minute. Anything else you want to say, Queen?
No, thank you. Again, I just want to say thank you.
Ah,
I can't say thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you for showing up.
yes.
Thank you for giving me permission to show up.
Yes. Thank you, Queen. I honor you. I honor you. I look forward to meeting you in person one day. And, just follow your heart. Don't feel that you have to be doing things by yourself. All right? Okay?
Yes, yes.
Yes, everybody, please follow her. Thank you. And you have a blessed day, Queen.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, my love.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye, my love. You know how to put yourself down?
Yeah, I'm getting out.
Okay. All right, guys. So I appreciate her coming up and sharing her experience. I hope that there's something we have said here this morning that made sense to you and that it give you food for thought, that after we end here, you are going to be able to resonate with it. Again, I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. My book is available. You can purchase it from me. You get autographed copy $19.95 plus shipping and handling for $6. And you get my John Hancock on it. I'm also open for business. You're looking for a coach, mentor, I'm available. You won't know if I'm the coach for you until you reach out and let us talk. Thank you, Miss Mona, for sticking with me and for helping me through this. And we will see you all again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. All right? So long, everybody. Love you guys. Bye, bye, bye. Share the live with somebody else because you don't know whose life needs a breakthrough.